Oh, come on now. There we go. I think it worked. Let's see. Let me know, chat, if you can see and hear me. Waiting on your confirmation. Now, how's the volume? Is it pretty okay? Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Paleontologizing. Welcome back to St. George, Utah, to our emergency fossil excavation here, Dinosaur Discovery Site. Don't normally stream on Saturdays, but I'm about to hit the road in just a little bit, probably a little over an hour. I wanted to do one last stream from the site before I drive back to California. Now, for those of you who are new to all this, well, let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist. I'm here on Twitch trying to do some good old-fashioned science outreach. Sometimes that means streaming live from the field, but these have been some very special field streams. This is a fossil site that is slated to be destroyed in just a few weeks. There's going to be a construction site here, an electrical substation built, and this incredible fossil site will no longer be accessible. So we're trying to collect as many fossils as we can, collect as much data as we can, try and salvage whatever we can before it's gone. Across the street over there is the St. George Dinosaur Discovery Site Museum. It holds a wealth of fossil footprints, trackways of dinosaurs, other vertebrate animals, invertebrates, fishes, all kinds of incredible stuff from the beginning of the Jurassic period, this time when dinosaurs are just starting to take over the Earth about 200 million years ago. That museum is built over the site, so the fossil footprints in there, many of them are exactly where they've been for the last 200 million years. They have not moved. The building was built on top of it. This fossil site down here is an extension. Those same rock layers extend over here. So we've got dinosaur footprints here. We've got complete fossils of fishes, complete skeletons of these really cool armored semi-anodid fishes. We've got dinosaur teeth and bones that are starting to kick out too. We've got invertebrates and burrows and all kinds of awesome stuff. Whatever we can, while we can. And I'm doing these broadcasts to try and raise awareness, try and get people excited, solicit donations, get people to volunteer, all that good stuff. And I'm happy to say that we've been pretty successful over the past week. So far, we've raised over $10,000 to help with this. I'm agog at the level of support. Thank you, dear viewers, for that. It's pretty incredible. What time is it there? It's 11. And hello everybody. Hey there, how's it going?
Good, Tiana. I'm David's granddaughter.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
I've been looking forward all week to meeting you.
Well, I really appreciate that. Can I shake your hand?
Yeah.
Danny, great to meet you. Thanks for coming up and saying hello.
Yeah.
We just started the broadcast right now, so we've only got about 80 or 90 people watching, but it'll kick up there. And yeah. So David Slough is your grandfather? Slough. That man is a legend. I hope you know that.
I know. I know.
Andrew and I were talking in camp about him last night. He's found some really cool stuff. Yeah. So you've got a pretty cool granddad. I hope you know that.
I agree with that.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. What have you been most excited about finding here at the site?
Well, last week I found a fish.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun.
Nice.
And then also, last Monday I found a tooth.
Oh, very cool. Was that the one that might be a crocodilomorph tooth? You found that?
Yes.
That is awesome. Wow. That's one of the fossils we've been most excited about here. So thank you for finding that. That's really cool. Yeah. Awesome. Do you want to take us on a quick tour, actually?
I do not know.
Okay,
I don't have my bearings yet.
Yeah.
Because it's changed a lot in the last week.
It really has. It's changed a lot since I got here on what was that, Monday? Yeah, it looks totally different. But that's good. We've been working really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where everything is.
Yeah.
I just know green is fish.
There's fish, and this here it's the bone layer up here,
and that's dinosaur.
Yeah. I was digging up there earlier in the week trying to find anything. I just found a few scales from some semi-anodids, but that was really it. Mostly I've been walking around with the camera the whole time because this is how I can do the most good. But I've been itching to dig as much as I can. I haven't been able to do as much as I'd like. But it's been really awesome having Emin here operating that machine. That whole little inlet over there, that did not exist until yesterday, so hopefully we'll be able to find some more fishes.
Yeah.
Anyway, very cool. What was your name again?
Gianna.
Gianna. Great to meet you, Gianna.
It's good to meet you too.
Yeah. All right. And lots of people digging there. Exactly. Quixotic Odyssey. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Andrew's over there. He's curator of the museum. He took us on a tour on Wednesday. And I'm going to have him sign some stuff before I take off. Don't let me forget, chat. I got the official book for this site here. I tried to buy it online beforehand, so I would have it when I got here. Couldn't get it anywhere in time. So I got it at the gift shop, and I'm going to ask Andrew to sign it before we take off here. But right now he's supervising the excavation.
What I'm thinking is if I'm just going to get this top layer.
Oh yeah, sure.
And then I can get on that other side.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I
Sounds good.
Like use my blade in here.
And I'll get this gang behind out of the way soon.
Well, I got ways to go. Stop.
And a lot of people here today. Yeah. Yeah. It's too bad Hannah isn't here. I hear she's pretty good at supervising.
I know.
Yeah.
Having the day off.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, we'll go check in with Papa Jim over there too. See how he's doing. Hope he had a good night in the hotel last night. How's it going?
Good enough.
Good to see you, Dustin.
Both with the state of Utah. We're both with the
Yeah. And that's AB over there, Golganek. Yeah. From AB Excavation. Ammon Bateman. He's back again today helping us out, and we're really grateful for that. Oh, we got a table here now, do we?
Hey, Jim. Doesn't it look like a petroglyph?
Jim holding court right now.
Yeah, it's not petroglyph, definitely.
Jen, right?
Yeah, how
Oh,
are
I didn't recognize you. How you doing?
Oh, Reefer Sage says, "Hey Danny, I just found out my wife is Facebook friends with Jim Kirkland today, and grew up friends with his kiddos. Just thought that was wild. That's really cool. Wow, small world.
Today.
That's pretty neat.
Connor can't be here. He's in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
So how'd you like in Tennessee? Which one is that?
He's at UTK with Dan Humphrey.
Hey, I know you." Sorry, she's got a mouthful of food. Bad timing. But good to see you. Yeah, how are things? Yeah.
Good. So I'm glad you're out here.
Yeah, this is my last day. I'm taking off in probably like a little over an hour. But I've been here since Monday.
I wondered if you were going to be here today. I saw your name on the schedule, and I've been seeing the live stream and stuff.
Nice, yeah.
So it's been really good.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
How are things?
Really good.
Yes?
Getting through the semester.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Still up in, is it Cedar City? Mm-hmm. Nice, okay, cool.
Yep. So this is my last semester, and then I just have one geology field course over the summer. Mm-hmm. So,
Awesome.
and then I just found out I got an internship with Alan Titus in Kanab. So I'm
Very
really
nice,
excited.
wow. That's a good program over there.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
I'm really excited.
Cool, congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's been like reunion after reunion here for the past week. Yeah, meeting old friends, meeting new people. All kinds of good stuff. And there seems to be a lot of very fine, dry particulate around. Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. It's like sedimentary rock dust. It's not the worst. It's not like really silica-rich stuff. If you're operating like a rock saw, then you've got to wear a respirator. So maybe we'll see a bit of that later. I caught that on stream a couple days ago. But I don't know. This is just like, think of this kind of like a construction site. You could wear the mask the whole time, but it might do more harm than good. Just in like making you overheat and stuff. Yeah. Reefer Sage says we're taking our kids over Vernal today to check out the dinosaur monument. Very, very cool. Yeah. If you see, what's her name? Tish over there? Is it Tish or Trish? But she's awesome. She's one of the rangers, and she's usually hanging out over by the fossil wall. If you see her there, tell her Danny Anduza says hi. We've had her on a couple of streams before. Tiff. Tiff is her name. That's right. Yeah, if you see Tiff, tell her Danny Anduza from Paleontologizing says hello. And Wombat Hole says the cataloging task is still a bit overwhelming. So we stayed a little bit later yesterday in order to just get all of these specimens logged and everything. And there's a lot. We're over 200 specimens so far. That's fossil fish, that's scales, that's teeth, dinosaur segments of bone, and that's tracks. And we've got some of those tracks over here. Maybe as a special treat in a little bit, Andrew over here can show us some of these, get his kind of expert guidance on interpreting some of these tracks. Because a lot of them are kind of blobby. Some of them are pretty nice. Here's a nice one right here. You can see the toe pads right there. Yeah. Cool stuff. Oh, David, how's it going?
Hi, Danny.
Yeah.
Some of them we'll toss over the hill because they're not making the grade, but
Yeah.
we know that when we pull it up, knowing where they're at now,
Right, yeah.
there's probably much better and bigger, not broken specimens to be found.
Excellent. Where did these ones come from? down
They
here?
come from the ground right here, and they dug
Right
them
there.
up.
Okay.
Nobody had any idea. We're just pulling the fish layer back down to
Gotcha.
the next level. We didn't know that on the fish layer, on the bottom of them, was this whole new horizon of dinosaur swim traces and tracks.
Very cool. Yeah.
So, and match up with, you know, it's in probably the same, the way the water was flowing as we had under fossil. They're just quality. Of course, they haven't been prepped. They still got mud on them, but you've seen free floating.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
But, you know, we have to get a skid in here and a truck closer and load up what we have because we know there's more here. And then, you know, we don't know how much more, but
Right.
we're ever hopeful.
Could you walk us through some of these actually? Which are some of your favorites so far?
The ones I've taken home to the museum already, to be honest.
This is just the dregs over
well,
here,
because
but
these are setting out. One of my more favorite ones are, you can see a full track in this.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm saying that to me that indicates that the water wasn't as forceful at that time and they were getting their foot down. You got some of these here. That's a claw here. This seems to almost have lines on it. So it dug in trying to make its way, so it was probably being pushed by the water. This is a full track here.
yeah, right there. There's the heel,
Just needs
one toe, two toes, three toes. Yeah.
Have they shown you the stuff from Lake Powell?
Lake Powell, the Tritylodont stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that on the tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they wanted me to replicate. and
Oh.
These are some I did that I painted.
Very nice, yeah. So this is a replica here, Chad.
They-
I see one toe there, another.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this is Manus, or this is Manus, this is Pez.
Cool, so
the
hand
back foot.
and foot, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. So
That's
this is from a little
probably-
mammal-y type guy, a Tritylodont from this
Yeah.
time period. This
Yeah, so they asked me to do those. Actually,
Nice.
I trained the paleontologist that I now believe has been let go from there. This one missing some toes, but again, I think it's a Pez and a Manus.
nice.
But
Very
I
nice.
painted what we were learning as Andrew, our paleontologist, looked at it was that it actually you could see more detail and to study it while it's white, all one color.
Yeah.
Sometimes they show up better in the mold. Sometimes they show up better just in a plaster cast without
Sure.
being painted.
Yeah.
And sometimes for looks, you know, they
You want to have it
generally
painted so it looks like the real thing.
painted, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't claim to be a painter, but I can pretty much replicate
These are nice, yeah.
anything.
It's something that I'm learning how to
On
do
the
too.
skin.
I do a lot of 3D printing, and so
Okay.
it comes out the like plasticky colors. Painting the stuff is like, it's a real challenge sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you, brother.
Yeah.
That's where I don't claim no
Yep.
fame whatsoever.
I'm still learning how to do that too, yeah.
Yeah. And every material, how much I harden the plaster or hydrocal that I use
Yeah.
changes how the paint works on it.
Uh-huh.
And, you mix up it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you explain the process of how this works too? Because I feel like the folks at home would love to know about that. How do you make casts like this? Explain it like if we have one of these that you wanted to make a cast of, how would you
I
start?
actually have some small molds of the smallest theropod dinosaur
Yeah?
in the back of my car right now.
Oh, okay.
I could show you if you want to
Yeah.
revisit it.
If you got
Basically,
time,
I can go, yeah, I know that you're just here for till noon or so.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So basically, whatever it is, you have to clean, you have to have a permit
Yeah.
to collect it.
Uh-huh.
I think probably most of your viewers have heard that by now.
Oh, yeah.
And I do it under the permit that Andrew or whichever paleontologist I'm working under does. And I've been doing this long enough now. They vouch for my knowing what I'm doing.
You're a known quantity. They trust you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to make sure nothing's going to come off when you put a peel on it, because when you
Right.
peel it off, it's kind of, I'll downsize it to, or not downsize it, but to like rubber cement.
Yeah, yeah.
It's basically it's the same latex they use in Hollywood makeup movies. where
Oh,
they
okay.
Put the straws in their nose.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
something for them to breathe, and they have to set for hours.
They don't
But
complain as much.
you have to make sure every rock and crack are consolidated so it won't come off without. And then you put an actual coating of latex over it, and you have to make sure the first 2 coats to third coat are the skin for the inside of the mold. And so you really have to be careful, and they're only sure there's no bubbling or anything, and
Yeah,
that
don't
you're
wanna lose
getting
that
everything,
detail.
because when you pull it off, if you didn't get every little nook and cranny, you're going to have a little hole there.
Yep.
So after 3 coats, then you can start applying a thicker coat with a thickener that we use.
Uh-huh.
And then when you get a certain amount of coats, and it depends on how much relief there is and everything, then you get it thick enough so that nothing will show through. And then I generally use burlap, but if it's got really fine detail or there's hurried, then you can use cheesecloth, because you don't want the texture of the material going through. And the burlap acts like a catalyst, just like it does doing a plaster jacket. And it speeds up the process, and it sets a little. But you always, you learn by doing, and if you get too thick, everything's completely dry again. So it's the repetition, doing it over and over, and I usually it depends. I've done anything from 10 to 22 coats
Jeez.
of latex, and sometimes more than one layer of burlap to hold form. Actually, I have to make a mold of that.
Yeah, yeah.
A mother cast for that, and then when it's all dry, you pull it off very, very slowly and carefully, which is, I always take pictures, because you want to keep, like this one I would pull so that it has less stress on the toes and everything, pull from the back of it, because you can easily destroy things, so you really need to know what you're doing, and that's why they trust me, and I've learned what to do. And sometimes you want to do as little harm as possible.
Yep.
I've always went with the doctors, all do no harm.
Yeah, Hippocratic oath. Applies to fossils too.
You only get one crack at it.
Yep.
So you want to make sure you're doing it right.
Yeah.
And then you pull it off, and then there's casting, and then there's drying and sanding.
Yep.
I tend to make ones with a a hanger in the back. If
Yeah.
you put it in, it just nestle it down in there.
Nice. So they can hang it up on the wall.
You can hang it up on the wall, so that's for the gift shop or
Yeah.
for our museum because we don't have enough room to put things out
Right, yeah.
on a wall.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice.
that's my story. Yeah, we got a really nice little growlator that Andrew found first before he found some of the other things, and then while he found the bones, I came along the next day and started finding more of the tracks that relate to this, and it's as close as we've ever come to having the animal die in its tracks.
Really?
Because we have, yeah.
So you've got body fossils right nearby?
So yeah, that's what
nice.
was
Yeah.
exciting about the whole thing. And you know, the head paleontologist over all the national parks and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like 286 or some phenomenal number.
Yeah.
Vince Santucci, the head paleontologist, they weren't going to have us collect anything. The water was down since levels known in 1960s.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so they just wanted us to go, and we were doing photogrammetry and just noting what was there. But then when he found these, it was so important. They were almost dropped to their knees. Oh, please, you got to come back. The water's going to come up in 2 weeks. We really, really, really want you to come and come back. And can you do that? We're like, oh, sure. Once we find something, we're like little honey badgers. We want to get it out.
Yeah.
And we want to collect it. So this was something that we could do for them. And so they went back and collected it all. And
Nice.
some of it's still waiting to go to New Mexico, I believe, is where they were going to have actual big imager that has more radiation than what you can do in map, but we need something more.
It's a more heavy-duty CT scanner, yeah.
Because we have all these multiple skulls, and we hope to have a whole family of them in there.
Nice.
Seems to be.
Yeah, Andrew was showing me the block there. That is wild.
And and that's that's only what we can see from the outside. But the initial scans show us there's several skulls inside of those.
Exciting.
Really important discovery.
Yeah.
I mean, this track's called Brasiliniclium. They have tons of them in Brazil, and that's where the name come from, obviously. And they associated this track with the animal, but then when you have it in the same horizon, and it was mostly dominated by these tracks with a few growlators type tracks that they were probably eating the little mammal-like creatures.
Sure, yeah.
Besides the little thing in their ear, they were mammals living among the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Good friend and great paleo artist Brian Ing did the artwork for it, and showed her big theropods munching
Eating
on
them,
one.
yeah. It's a great illustration. We saw that during the tour too, yeah.
It's like, oh no, they got Gary. Run back in the hole.
Yeah.
But
then that goes to what we were talking about too, with like at this time, the earliest Jurassic 200 million years ago, this is when the dinosaurs are really taking over the earth, and our kind of mammally ancestors, they're starting to retreat into their burrows, like they're becoming more nocturnal, and that's the way that things would stay until the asteroid hit 66 million years ago. So it's interesting. This is like a cool transitional time. We see that not just in the tracks, but in the body fossils, and it's really cool that you've been working on it.
yeah, it's great to be part of it.
Yeah.
I never imagined I'd be doing this, but 23 years of doing it, I've learned a lot, and I've made myself valuable by learning how to do things that no one else was doing. And I just love doing it. I couldn't wait to retire so I could spend more time at that. So I'm here every day, seeing what I can find. I just found tracks over the hill in this, and documented that stuff that's wasting away. We got a big Ubranis that's wasting away.
So we got to preserve
the
those.
dirt back a little bit.
Yeah.
If I take you over and show you how I do the molding, there's a growlator just under the dirt there.
Nice.
It's pretty well, because it was covered in dirt. And that's our plea, that we need another building to keep these fossils.
We absolutely need another building here. Yeah.
They just disappear if you did. Just forced to get this out, and it's hurrah. We always planned on doing it, but without a place to put them, they're gonna be out in the elements.
They'll erode away.
We did, and in a plaster jacket they'll last a little longer. But the fish that we're finding, although I believe they haven't been described yet. We know kind of what they are. They're new to science. we need lots of people that want to learn to prepare fish, because it's painstaking, but it's very rewarding. Just like the stuff I do, it's rewarding what you do. So people that have an interest in it that would like to come and volunteer, you know, we're willing to train.
Yeah, great.
And right now, the one gal that we have that I call her the fish wizard, she's done so much for us, and she's so good at it. Before she's not doing it anymore, people that you can learn from is important and key to becoming good yourself and learning how to do it. And you build the confidence to do it, because I had no confidence when I came. I was just a rock hound and taking pictures of petroglyphs around here. So,
you can learn too. Yeah. So if there's anybody local, anybody in this part of Utah, or frankly anybody, I don't know, if you're in that big metropolitan area, it's not hard to get here, and the work is so. Just like David's been talking about, he can help train you up, and you can contribute to this scientific enterprise. So, yeah, get in contact with the museum. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Ontogeny.
Appreciate your time. We're going to walk around a little bit more and see what else we can see. But excellent. Oh, by the way, we've got 3 generations of your family. We met Gianna earlier, and Dustin's over there too. So it's a whole paleontological dynasty here.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
My grandson Luke isn't here, but he just loves using the pick and helped us get the phytosaur that we found.
Nice,
He helped find. I said, stand there and don't move. And then he looks down and picks up a great big piece of phytosaur that was part of the skull. And he helped dig it out. And he's a powerhouse. He's been powerlifting. His last year of school, unfortunately, he got a job just before this dig started, or he would be here every day.
Who needs it? Yeah.
But my son's over there moving the shovel, and that's a good thing.
Dustin's over there.
Andrew.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, David.
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna go grab some water. I need to pick up some chapstick or something on my way out of. Yeah. Let me go get some water, and then we'll grab that book and have Andrew sign it. And it's cool, like, I don't know, we've got a different crowd here today, given that it's the weekend now. We've got people who normally are working during the week. Today's the day they can make it out. It's cool to see. I'm glad I came here this morning. Oh, and look up there in the sky. Hopefully you can see it. Got a hot air balloon up there. I've been seeing those every morning for the past week. It's a fixture here in St. George. Hot air balloons. Pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Now, before I forget, let's grab these that I just picked up from the gift shop. Have Andrew sign them. We've got this book right here that I was trying to get before I came out here. Couldn't get it anywhere online, but got it in the gift shop. This is a guide to the museum and the site. This is all going to be relevant to what we're digging up here across the street too. And there's a postcard with a depiction of Andrew with some of his dinosaur buddies there, leaving tracks in the sand. So I'll have him sign that as well. It would be nice. You can use that as a bookmark in here. So grab the permanent marker out of here. I'm sure they've got one over there, but I'd like to show that I am prepared. Let's go see if we can catch Andrew.
I cut the Canadiens logo, Montreal Canadiens logo out of them. I've been putting them in plaster jackets. In field jackets.
Nice, yeah.
Just for fun.
Hey, look at that postcard.
Yeah. So that's. Let's see.
Good to go.
Okay, good. I think we're looking good now. Yeah, yeah. Andrew signed these for us.
Do you have many people on right now?
We've got 241 people watching at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Morning. That's pretty good. It's still morning, right?
It is. Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, for the next 10 minutes.
And that's where most of the bone is.
It's almost lunch.
It's almost noon. Yeah.
And some of the most important stuff is small. So I don't expect it big.
My crappy signature.
It's good enough for me. Yeah.
It has to be the publication within that.
And you want me to sign this too?
Yeah, sure.
Let's pitch tail.
Where? Anywhere?
Anywhere.
There's a storm event of some sort. It's a big lake. What it does, it turns over the mud.
Appreciate it, Andrew.
You know, C is not really in my name.
I've heard that you put it in there so you wouldn't get mixed up with Angela Milner?
No, with Andrew Robert Milner.
Andrew Robert Milner.
Andrew Robert Milner, or also from South Yorkshire. So we were always getting emails and mail for each other and getting confused. Like, Andrew was getting a little bit tired of like, oh, so you work on dinosaur tracks too? It's like, no, that's that Canadian guy. Anyway, so I decided to add C to my name, so Canadian.
There you go, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
So Andrew Robert Canadian. And of course, Angela.
From over
Started getting confused with Angela Milner.
You are her son, right?
No, really funny. Hans Dieter Seuss said, "Oh, it's the evil."
What's this?
I was the evil reincarnation of Angela and Andrew.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Andrew. Yeah.
Why did he say that?
I don't know.
I'm amazed. Everyone in Britain was afraid of those guys. Angela and I were buddies. I mean, Angela and I got along so well. I remember at a conference, Angela and I are sitting together and talking and stuff, and I get up and I'm talking, again with Dave Martell. So I'm staying at Dave Martell's house, so I know Dave real well. Dave's on the edge of things. Dave's like, you and Angela seem to get along real well. I'm personally kind of afraid of her.
That's great. Yeah. Angela Milner, by the way, is she worked on baryonics, so she's one of the original authors on that. What was it, 83 paper?
Yeah, I mean, she was a Sherrick student. And I mean,
so she's working at the museum in London.
And basically, was when they were still calling it the British Museum of Natural History.
Yeah.
And then before it became the Natural History Museum of London.
Yeah.
But Angela's big gun.
Yeah.
And dinosaur paleo in Britain.
Absolutely. Yeah.
She's now been replaced by Paul Barrett.
Yeah.
And she gave me garbage for not applying for the job.
In London?
Yeah. She was like, why didn't
Jim
you
Kirkland,
apply?
Londoner. That would have been an interesting timeline.
Why didn't you apply? And I'm saying, because I'm an old guy, but it was the BM. Why? Why I think that I'm good enough, to apply to the British Museum. He says, you're the kind of guy I wanted to get that job. But Paul's doing a good job. He's getting out in the field and, stirring up trouble, which is what you got to do.
They're getting stuff published,
stir up trouble. Good trouble. But do stuff.
Yeah.
You get too many people get great jobs and then they don't.
They just kind of sit there, twiddle their thumbs. That's what you want to avoid. Anyway, let me go put this away before it gets too dusty.
So you got the book. It's a nice book.
Yeah, I tried to get it online and just couldn't get it anywhere with less than 1 month shipping. So
it's nuts.
Yeah,
some of this stuff.
Yeah,
it's going to be like that. You have to get it through Krista.
Oh,
Cedar Mountain book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Because she won't work with Amazon.
Yeah.
Because Amazon will just rip me up. I'm paying for this.
Well,
published.
I'm going to promote that as much as I can too. This is the book that that Krista Sadler is working on. That actually,
I'm out in a few weeks.
In a few weeks,
yeah.
I'm in the book. Yeah. So she was out at the quarry with us. We did that little interview. I'm going to see if I can convince her to do an interview on stream, like over Zoom.
Oh, I'm sure she would.
And that'll help promote it, and we can get people to not just purchase it, but also try and get their local libraries to get it too.
You got to get it in libraries.
Yeah.
And that's always hard.
So we'll be doing that in the next few weeks. I'll be talking to Krista, and we'll see if we can make that happen. Yeah. If I can't get a hold of her, I'm gonna maybe ask for your help, Jim. But she's probably pretty responsive, right?
Yeah. She's like, I don't know where she is now. She's out on a river with a bunch of millionaires somewhere. She leads expeditions and things, and does geologic interpretation for people that want to do natural history trips in the Southwest. Or Denali. She does a lot now up in Alaska.
Oh, nice. Okay.
She's leading a lot of Denali expeditions.
Cool. Yeah. So it's too dusty, but we'll go take a look around the quarry again. See what else is new this morning. Thanks, Jim. All right. Oh, we got a little lizard here. A little side blotch lizard. That's a skittish one. I'm not getting close to him. And libraries, does that include international? Sure, Wombat Hole, yeah. That's a big way to support independent authors and publishers, is like, call up your local library and ask if they can get a copy of whatever book you're looking for. It helps out a lot. Okay, I'm glad I got this done. Didn't forget it. Put my headphones. Get some more water and we'll have another look around. To the 31 people watching. If any of you are new here, welcome to Paleontologizing. My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist. So I work on dinosaurs, I study dinosaurs, I publish on them in the scientific literature. And I'm here on Twitch trying to do some good old-fashioned science outreach. During the summers, that means going out into the field, conducting field work, collecting specimens, collecting data, and streaming it as often as I can to give people kind of an inside look into how fossil science really works. Here we're at a very, very special place. This is the St. George Dinosaur Discovery Site. There's the museum across the street. We are trying to get people excited about this, trying to garner attention and support, because this is an emergency fossil dig right here going on right now. Hence this big crew of people. This site right here, which contains dinosaur bones and teeth, skeletons of fossil fishes that are new to science, never been described before. We've got footprints, we've got burrows, we've got body fossils, we've got all kinds of stuff from the earliest Jurassic period, 200 million years ago. We need to excavate this as quickly as we can because this site is slated to be destroyed in just a few weeks. The city is going to be building an electrical substation here and just, basically nuking this site. So we're trying to get whatever we can out right now. And if you can spare it, we need your support. Whether that's through volunteering, you can come join a dinosaur dig and get trained on site. You can donate funds, you can purchase things off the Amazon wish list, or you can just help spread the word by letting people know on social media about what's going on here. There's a few newspaper articles that are coming out pretty soon. A few already have. If you want to share those, if you want to just tell people about what's going on here, all of that helps. Word of mouth is one of our best tools here. That's why I've been here for the past week, taken off in just a little bit, less than an hour here. But I wanted to do one last stream before I leave and go back to the Bay Area. Let me get some water real quick. Let's go have another look around real quick. Wow, this is great. This is all this morning. All of this right here. So this blue layer down here, that's where we've got our fishes. And some of these fishes are going to be new to science, these semi-anodids. These like bony armored fishes. They've got, you know, like fish scales, but the scales are made of bone, what we call ganoid scales. And these are some of the critters that that were food for the dinosaurs. That's what was bringing some of these meat-eating dinosaurs to this site. The dinosaurs that are leaving their footprints over there. It's a whole environment we've got here represented. And every bit of information is important. That's why we're here, you know? So again, there's Andrew directing Ammon right there. Ammon's returned again today to help us out. Big shout out to AB Excavation, which is Ammon's company. He's been tremendous help. Oh, there's the logo on the back of his rig. AB Excavation. Call 801-783-8819, I think it was. He's been wonderful. We're really lucky to have him here. Kind of emblematic of some of the community support that we've gotten here. This project would not be possible without people like Ammon there. And Randy Jones, who is operating this really heavy equipment, the big excavator that you saw on stream the other day. If there are other people local in town, or even in this part of Utah, maybe as far away as Vegas, we could use your help. You can email deputycurator at utah.dinosaurs.com. The biggest right now, really, is storage. If somebody has some sort of on-site storage solution, if they can lend us a shipping container or something like that to help hold that. So, yeah. In fact, maybe we can distract Andrew for just a second here. Can you give us a pitch about storage for the site? Like, what are we looking for here, and why is it important? You know?
Well, we don't have a lot of room in the museum.
We saw during the tour, things are up on the walls, just trying to stack them vertically.
So we're running out of room big time, including the carport that we have outside behind the building.
Yeah.
So a lot of these fossils are a lot more fragile, and we can't leave plastic jackets out in the rain.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a lot. So you can see all the holes behind it.
Yeah.
Those are all fish. We've got like two 300-pound jackets out here so far. Yeah, so we need something to put them inside so that gets them out of the rain. So a metal ship container, like a storage container, you know, that you can lift off a truck. We need one or two of those stashed behind the museum.
Gotcha.
And we could probably build racks inside.
Yeah.
And maybe at the back of the trailer, we'll put pile jackets.
Yeah.
On top of each other.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Andrew.
And if somebody can help us, we really need it.
It'd be incredibly helpful. Yeah. So let's get the word out about that. Yeah. Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah. Cool.
Again, for those of you who this is a jacket that we were trying to get out the other day. It came from right there. So this flipped it over, but this is what we call a field jacket. So this is a protective plaster and burlap cocoon that we build around these fossils in order to get them out of the ground without them disintegrating entirely. You try and just take something like this out of the ground and it will crumble into a million pieces. So, this is back in the Wild West days by Othniel Charles Marsh's crews. And not a lot has changed since then in terms of how we do jacketing. This is the beginnings of a jacket right here. Dug a trench, and then here's a layer of separator. In this case, this looks like either paper towels or toilet paper. Then you take burlap right here, and you soak it in wet plaster of Paris, and you kind of cocoon it like that. It hardens underneath, flip it, like you see right there, and then you jacket the top side of it, or I guess the underside of it. That would be a bottom jacket. And then it's safely enclosed, and you can bring it back to the laboratory without the whole thing falling apart. Does that make sense? Yeah. And do we still need more jackhammers and generators? I think we might be okay on that. Andrew was saying that a local contractor was going to be bringing a big generator and some rotary hammers and jackhammers. So, not rotary hammers, hammer drills or something like that. So we might be okay on that front. Yeah. Anyhow. And any farmers close that have storage space? But that's the thing, Wombat Hole, is it has to be on site. That might have something to do with the like repository status. I don't actually know the details, but we need the storage on site at the museum. It's not like we can just go, rent a shipping space somewhere in town and storage space somewhere in town. Like, it needs to be on site. Yeah. Anywho. And Murph says there's some rentals in St. George for $100 a month, so that's not, it would have to be on site at the museum. And also $100 a month might honestly be too expensive. There's not, dropped off container, $100 a month. That might work. I don't know. Ideally, big, like a shipping container. I'm guessing the drop-off ones are on that. I know that there are people around who have got shipping containers on their property that are just sitting there empty. So if we could get one of those, 2 of those would be phenomenal. Anyhow, we're gonna have some jacketing going on right here.
Some situations when you're picking, you can just drag it away.
This is so cool. This little inlet right here did not exist until yesterday. Ammon dug all of this out, saved us a tremendous amount of time, and we're going to be finding some more fossil fishes in here too. Some more semianodids. I've got Jim holding. Identify stuff for them. That's really cool to see. Here, we'll go take a look.
Oh yeah, and some of those big white packages there, they're complete fish under those. Those you have to be really careful. Big beetles.
Cool. I wonder if these kids realize who they're talking to there. Yeah.
Months of work in the lab to clean them up so they really look good. That's Lepidodis.
That's fun. Oh, cool. Good.
I'll pull it from right here.
Broom. They cleaned it up. Look at the size of that
Where
one.
the brush brooms are.
What do we got here, Andrew?
It's probably so the gill cover from
Nice.
yeah.
Well, that's a big one, can't then?
I don't know. Also, we need some glue. Hit that with some glue.
Did you find that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Are we okay at also jacking up the big guy?
Oh, that big one? I want to get rock.
Finds being made in real time. Nicely done.
That would be awesome.
Wow.
Okay, thanks.
Very cool.
I'm
Yeah, so that's
shocked. I'm actually shocked right now.
this brown blob that we've got right here is part of probably a fish skull. Yeah. Take a look at that. So Andrew said maybe the and one of the larger bones from near the back of the skull. It's right up by the. I'm not a fish specialist, so forgive me if I got that wrong.
I want to see what you're.
Part of a fish skull, I guess.
Okay.
So
It's shiny and then all the red around.
Could be from a coelacanth. It certainly looks like it's big enough to be one of these coelacanths. Pretty darn neat.
Between this and that tooth you found the other day, you're starting to look like a Lucky Charm kid.
I'm shocked.
Nicely done.
Magnet.
Pretty cool. And Dark Darkana, thank you so much for the 49 months. I really appreciate that.
Big, but I'm like too tired to go get one.
And coelacanths found before in Utah? Oh yeah, we've got coelacanths from here.
I know. But I'd love to.
But there's one that looks like it's probably new. New genus, new species, so this could be part of that, potentially. We don't know yet. Again, the time when we know the least about what something is right after we found it. So, yeah. Get that thing back into the laboratory and get it cleaned and prepped, and then it'll start to divulge some of its secrets, hopefully. And discoveries found by youngsters, even hyper. Exactly, salamander. Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Very cool. I love how this is just turning into a community event here. It's pretty neat to see. And again, with a little bit more media coverage like we've been getting, hopefully everybody's going to be hearing about this. It warms my heart. And the idea that I've helped contribute to this even just a little bit makes me really happy. Makes the trip worth it, you know?
That's a little bone there.
The orange stuff isn't exactly bone.
I love this. It's like
Somebody see this orange there? That's bone.
fossil roadshow. It's like Antiques Roadshow.
Right there.
Very, very, very antique roadshow
It's
here.
coating, yeah. It gets around.
Jim appraising these different things.
So when you see a patch of that, then you know there's probably bone in
Are
it.
you keeping that one or can I keep it?
What, this little one?
Yeah.
Oh, you probably can keep that. And identify it at this point.
Pretty cool. You'll love to see it.
And he also has
Now this one we want to keep, but these others, you guys.
Claire says, if someone is working on getting a shipping container out to you all, how would we go about coordinating? Email Jaleesa, deputycurator at utah.dinosaurs.org. Yeah, and maybe copy Andrew on the email too. Yeah. Now, I think Jim's a lot nicer about it than Neil's character from Jurassic Park. Jurassic Roadshow. It literally would be Jurassic Roadshow. We're in the Jurassic here. Yeah. Here, we'll walk around for a little bit longer, and then I got to think about getting on the road. Get out of here at a decent hour. It's a long drive back to San Francisco. An agnator, the modern coelacanth, is called Latimeria. It is. There's 2 modern species of lungfish. Lungfish, excuse me. Coelacanth. Different Sarcopterygian. Yeah. The coelacanth is a cool story. There's a reason why we do a special stream about coelacanths every year. Call it fish. But They're these fishes that were first named by Louis Agassiz way back in the 1800s. And they'd been really well known as fossil fish. They've got these cool, like, limb-like fins, kind of fleshy fins. They almost look like arms and legs. They've got these neat hollow spines, hence the name coelacanth means hollow spine. It's kind of the quintessential fossil fish. Everybody said, wow, these fish are so cool. You know, too bad they're extinct. They seem to disappear from the fossil record at the end of the Cretaceous period, same time as the non-bird dinosaurs do. Then, December 22nd, 1938, Marjorie Courtney Latimer, who was working at a museum in New London, South Africa, she was making kind of a routine trip down to the docks to check out some fishes that were being brought to her. You know, like fishing trawlers would come in, and she knew some of the captains, and she'd be like, hey, can I take a look at some of your fishes and maybe take some of the more interesting specimens back to the museum? If you can't sell them, you're going to throw them overboard, can we have them for the museum? So she used to do this sometimes. And on that day, she found this beautiful, big blue fish there on the deck of that trawler. The Nareen, I think, was the name of the trawler. Hendrik Goosen was the captain. It's a cool story. I know a few of the details. She recognized it was something special. She took it back to the museum. She did her very best to make sure that it could be preserved. And she wrote a letter to an ichthyologist in South Africa. I think the only fish scientist in South Africa at the time. And he got that letter, he looked at the sketch that she made, and he practically had a heart attack. He said, it's a coelacanth. These are fishes that are supposed to have been extinct for 66 million years. And you've got one that was alive? And so it was a huge deal. It was like, you know, headline news all over the world. This incredible missing link fossil fish found alive. Incredible. It was named after her. Marjorie Courtney Latimer. The genus name for the West Indian Ocean coelacanth is Latimeria, named after Marjorie Courtney Latimer. And now in the 1990s, since the 1990s, there's a second species that's now known from Indonesia. Yeah, the Sulawesi coelacanth. So we've got at least 2 species of these fishes still around today. They're so cool, but they go all the way back to the Jurassic and even earlier. So these would have been probably the largest fishes in this ancient lake 200 million years ago. These are fishes that would have eaten the semionodids, those other armored fish. They would have eaten small sharks and stuff. And some of the were probably safe from being eaten by dinosaurs, like these big theropods, if they're big enough, but young coelacanths would definitely be on them. Anyway, awesome. I wish Hybotus was still around, says Agnator. We had a tooth from a hybodont shark. Not Hybotus, but a close relative, just found yesterday. It was just after I ended the stream. We found one. It's about that big, so even if I showed it on camera, it wouldn't have looked like much. But yeah, from probably a hybodont shark called Lysotus. And that's pretty exciting too. So the stuff is popping out left and right, you know? And again, you can come participate here. You can help out. Or if you can't make it here in person, you can donate. You can buy things off the wish list for the crew. Tools that we need, supplies, plaster, burlap, medical bandages for wrapping the fossils, all that stuff. We need that desperately. And we need storage here too, like we were talking about earlier. So there's definitely ways that you can help, either volunteering, donating funds, or making in-kind donations. It all helps out a lot. So if you have the wherewithal, we'd really appreciate your support. Yeah. Good stuff. All the kids are just flocking to the gym right now. That makes me happy. Right.
think it is a little bit.
This is my first time doing this.
Got a jacket being made right now.
It's a very small window of time.
Good to see you.
I can feel the lumps.
Yep.
But I'm crushing them.
It's all about making the right mix, and it's kind of like a recipe. Just a little bit more, maybe.
Good stuff. All right. Well, we're coming up on 12:30 here pretty soon. I gotta wrap this up. So let's go back up to where we were over here. And we will bid adieu to the site. There's a chance I might come back out here in a few weeks. Let's see what my schedule looks like. I'd love to be able to come back out. But yeah, this is going to be it for now. Again, if you have the wherewithal to help us out, we would appreciate that tremendously. Every little bit helps, especially in a situation like this. You know, trying to collect whatever we can while we still have the opportunity before the site gets bulldozed and turned into an electrical substation. So yeah. Anywho, thank you everybody for watching. Let's find somebody else that we can raid into right now. And I've got to go hit the road on my way back to California. All right, who else is live right now? Go to my following. Let's see. Let's go right into Lana Lux. Some software and game development. We'll go see what she's up to. Lana_Lux. And once again, it's not working. My chat is not working on here. Some real issues with... Oh, there we go. Now it's working.
Clever hiding spot they ever put it. They hit it, right?
Next to my bed.
Oh, that didn't work.
We had to look all over the house for us. One time Dad put it in the dryer. Empty dryer.
It is still not working.
I mean, you're a kid, you don't do laundry.
Nope, not working. Twitch app being really, really buggy. Claire Burr, would you mind rating us in there? Oh, okay. No, it's working now. It's working. Cool. Yeah. Again, I got to go hit the road. Start my journey back to the Bay Area in California. It's gonna be a long drive, so I want to make sure I don't dally too long. I got to get that started. Everybody, thank you so much. This has been a wonderful week here, and we've been able to garner a lot of support. I want to thank everybody who's contributed. It's really your enthusiasm. I'm so proud of this community. Feel so lucky to have been here. This is special. This has been really special, and I'm so glad you've been able to be part of it. I'm so glad to have been part of it. Wish me luck on my drive back, and you take care, everybody. Let's go see what Lana Lux is up to. All right. Bye-bye.